I was only just flicking through TikTok and some YouTube, just watching how the wild animals eat and just their usual habits. So I'm always interested in nature, and I saw lions attacking a zebra or a giraffe or a wildebeest and ruthlessly ripping it to pieces while it's still alive. I saw hyenas doing the same with their catch, what was going to become their meal. And it made me think, oh yeah, and then there was a big boa constrictor snake. I think it actually had a sheep. It wrapped around, it caught a sheep in the field and strangled that and was swallowing it. And then I've seen another snake attacking a bird's nest and getting the young chicks. And then I saw so if I'm saying it right, the Peruvian falcon, how it can soar through the air at some 600 and something k's an hour and literally kicks its prey in the head and kills it nearly instantly. If not, it stuns it so it can't move anymore, and then it comes in for its final kill. And then I got on, I don't know, when you're on TikTok it starts showing you all sorts of things sort of related but not related, and I saw people cooking animals alive, mostly fish or crabs or crayfish, lobster, things like that. I saw food getting served in a restaurant and the fish on the plate still alive, still getting its last gasps of air, trying to find water and survive. And now in the animal kingdom, I mean, that's their nature. That's just how things are. Obviously, I don't believe that's how it was in the beginning, because if you read through Genesis, after everything he made, it says, and it was good, and it was good. God made things on day one and finished it, it was good. And day two, and it was good. And you'll find it in Genesis chapter 1. After every day. And then at the end of the week, he said, and it was very good. So God made in the beginning all the animals to live in freedom, to enjoy life. It wasn't God's will for the lion and not just lion, tigers, you know what I mean. It wasn't God's will for animals to be predators upon other animals. It was His will for all animals to eat grass like the cattle do, or leaves, or basically vegetation. And all this animals predating on other animals, that all happened after sin. It wasn't God's will at all. And then I want to just touch slightly on, I was talking about humans cooking animals alive. I've seen people being playful about it. I think it's a game. They put a whole stack of little crabs in a boiling pot. Well, I'd imagine it's oil, maybe it's water, I don't know. But the crabs are trying to escape, and they're just about, one or two of them just about to escape, to crawl on the edge of the pot and climb to its freedom. And the person teasingly pokes with a stick, lets the crab grab the stick, and he starts dabbing it into this hot water or oil or whatever it is. So then put live fish in some boiling sauce. I mean, to me that is cruel. That is cruel. I mean, at least kill the animal first and then cook it. And then, you know, see the people, you know, they've got the snake enclosed like a large fish tank thing, a large glass tank, and they've got the snake in there, and they drop a live mouse in there, and you see the snake go in, you know, since there's an animal in there, and it says, "Oh, yummy dinner," and so of course it chases the mouse. Now, that's, well, I feel sorry for the mouse. It's got nowhere to go. Now I know that out in the wild, that's exactly what the snake should be doing, chasing a mouse or chasing whatever they prey upon. But for humans to mistreat animals, that really, honestly, that really gets in my goat. It really annoys me, and it makes me think, you know, just before the flood, God could see how cruel and evil mankind had become, and I believe it's coming like that again now. And it's probably, I believe it is going to get worse than what it is. Not just in cruelty to animals, but even human life being treated as cheap. I believe that's all. It's here now. Humans get treated as if they are animals, and I believe that is going to get worse. But you know what I look forward to? In the book of Revelation, when Jesus comes, he's going to put an end to all that. And I just want to read here in Revelation chapter 21 something what's in the future for us. And I believe it's not very far away either. But have a look at this. This is John talking. It says, "And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea." God is going to destroy this sinful earth with fire. It says in other parts of the Bible that he's going to destroy this earth with fire. It says the elements of the earth will melt with fervent heat. And so this earth is going to be one big ball of ash, and there'll be nothing on this earth left at all. And then it says here, Jesus is going to rebuild it. He's going to make it new again. It'll start again. And this is Revelation 21, reading from verse 1, and I'll read a few verses. It says, "And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea." It's interesting, just it says no more sea. It says earlier on, or it's in the Old Testament somewhere, I think it's in the Psalms or Proverbs, where it says that God created this earth to be inhabited. Now it's only a theory, but I strongly believe that our oceans we got now is the remaining flood waters from Noah's Ark. Because when you read in Creation Week, it says God created waters above the earth and under the earth, as in underneath the earth's crust. And basically, when the flood happened, it was the waters from underneath bursting open, and that's how we got our flood. Our oceans today is basically the remnants of Noah's flood. I keep reading, And I, John, saw the holy city, the New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. It must be a real beautiful place. And verse 3, and I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them and be their God. So when all this happens, we are never going to be separated from God again. We're going to be sinless, because when Jesus comes in a twinkling of an eye, and you find this in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, I think it is, where it says that when Jesus comes, his people will be changed in the twinkling of an eye. It's a big study on its own, and I'm just touching on it there. And it says, and we will never be away from Jesus again. We'll never be from God again. We'll be reunited with him forever, for the endless ages of eternity. Verse 4, and this is what I love. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death. No more death. That means animals aren't going to predate on other animals. There'll be no more killing. Okay? No more death. No more dying of cancer. No more dying at all. I love the sound of that. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor cry, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. Doesn't that sound beautiful? Doesn't that just want to make you want to be there right now? It does that for me. I am so looking forward to this time. And he, this is verse 5 now, he, Jesus, that sat upon the throne, said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, Write, for these words are true and faithful. If Jesus says it, it's going to happen. And he is going to make all things new. And he is going to do away with sin completely. So there will be no more sickness or death, no more killing. Anything to do with sin will be no more again. It will never be. We'll never see it again. Never. Instead, we'll be living in heaven and the earth made new for the endless ages of eternity, in peace and happiness and joy. And I don't know about you, but I love the sound of that. I want to be there. Jesus wants me to be there. He wants you to be there as well. So make it a point to, if you haven't already, accept Jesus as your Saviour. Read the Bible, follow him, live the life he wants you to live, and share it around. Tell others about the love of Jesus as well, and that he wants everyone to be saved, not one person to be lost. Doesn't matter what your past is, whether you're a hardened criminal, Jesus can soften your heart. He softened my heart. He softened lots of people's hearts. He can do the same for you. And you'll be a much better person if you accept Jesus as your Saviour. You'll be a much happier person. I can vouch for that. And I promise you, you let Jesus be your Saviour, you'll be a much happier person as well. So, read the Bible, love Jesus, keep his commandments, and it's the best thing you could ever have done.